in Old Saybrook, and the finance board turned down a recommendation to acquire one of these very heavily armed federal boats, marine patrol boats. The police chief was so angry, he popped up out of his seat and literally began to berate the volunteer citizens on this finance board. Said that he's untouchable, he's protected by state statute, he's their police chief, he's going to work to correct this and change this decision and appeal it. And then most kind of frightening is he said, I know who all of you are who voted against this. And this is the police chief in a little town saying, I know who you are. And, it was all captured on this video. Someone obviously doesn't like the chief. But, we are in a different world now where everybody is subject to if you park in a handicapped space or you get up and berate the citizens on a finance board, somebody might record it and we'll all see it. And this was an unfortunate, terrible, and to the extent that it's become viral, as you say, is because it's so awkward, it's so uncomfortable and discomforting to watch a police chief berate citizens on a panel like that. And so we're learning more now because of all these cell phones, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it kicked a bunch of tripwires. I mean, one of them was there's always this somewhat uneasy relationship between civilian control and the police department. And I've covered civilian boards where they've been talking to the police chief, and sometimes he's not that happy with what they do, and sometimes because he's not really used to having to have these kinds of conversations. I say he, wouldn't have to be he, but it's mostly he's that I've seen. They'll kind of get a little irritated. Not quite like this. I mean, this guy really got up and he raised the question of whether there is civilian control over him. I mean, it didn't really make sense what he was saying, but he started naming all this stuff like animal control and marine patrol, and I'm in charge of everything and nobody can touch me. And it was like General Zod or something. I thought, what is happening? And some of this is I've had Michael Spera on my show, and he's actually got a really good reputation in the area of emergency management and sort of homeland security stuff and everything. And I guess he wants this police boat so that they can. But as you say, this police boat is like you could attack